The New York Jets are in serious talks with Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill, and the Kansas City Chiefs just might trade him to the New York Jets. Should the Jets make this move? What would it take? Let's talk about it in a emergency Jake Asman show. So let's hit it and get it started. Hit it! Welcome in, everyone. My name is Jake Asman. This is the Jake Asman Show. The Jets just had one of their greatest wins in the last 20-something years, and we're going to break it all down. Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh, C.J. Mosley, Joe Douglas, Elijah Moore, Mekhi Becton, Michael Carter, Braxton Berrios. Super chats, you cut the line, smash the like button down below. That's that thumbs up icon. Now, let's talk about the New York Jets. Emergency video, the Jets and the Dolphins. It's down to 2 for Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs are making him available. Adam Schefter saying this could happen at any given moment. Some of you watching this might have already seen the results on what's going to happen with Tyreek Hill. But as of now, the Jets are in for Hill. It's going to come down to whether or not he wants to go to the Jets or he wants to go to the Dolphins. And if I'm Tyreek Hill, without question, I'm picking the Jets. The Jets have a quarterback that has the arm strength to actually get him the ball. The Jets have an offensive coordinator, a Mike LaFleur, that could be incredibly creative. And I think Tyreek Hill would be incredible playing opposite Elijah Moore in this Jets offense. It would be remarkable if the Jets could pull this off. They should pull this off. Let me make it clear. Anyone that's anti-Tyreek Hill is anti-trying to actually win games and help Zach Wilson. The reality is the Buffalo Bills got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. He took the next step. The Cardinals got Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. He took the next step. The biggest need for the Jets is wide receiver. The reason why they have structured the contracts this offseason where they have created flexibility, they have structured all their free agent signings to include low cap hits this year was for this reason, to make a move when a guy like this becomes available. Tyreek Hill had 111 catches last year, 1,239 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns. He imposes fear into every defensive coordinator's game plans every week. You got to account for this guy out there on the field. Look, the Jets need to try and win next year. This is why you have the draft picks. This is why you have 4 picks in the top 40. You got to do whatever it takes to get this done. If you're Joe Douglas, you cannot let Tyreek Hill go to the Miami Dolphins. Get this done. There's going to be an extension that is worked out in this. And you know what? Tyreek Hill is worth the money. He's 28 years old. He still has plenty left. The Chiefs obviously are trying to move on because they couldn't come to terms with him on a deal. They're paying Travis Kelce, who's 30 years old. And the reality is, the Jets need to make this move. They have not had a 1,000-yard wide receiver in over 5 years. It's time. These type of players don't become available often. You don't often have 2 draft picks or in the top 10, 4 in the top 40. It's time for the Jets to make the move. Let's go. Get it done. I don't know how else I could say it. The reason why you have these picks is for a move like this. Now, as far as what I think it will cost, I'm willing to trade the 10th overall pick to get Tyreek Hill. You're not finding a better player at number 10 than Tyreek Hill. And yes, you got to pay him. So what? He's worth the money. Your quarterback's on a rookie contract. This is the time to do it. You need to add Tyreek Hill to put him opposite Moore and Davis and Berrios. You're set. And if you're the Jets, you trade number 10. If you had to include a second-round pick, do it. The reality is the Dolphins probably have to include 2 first-round picks to get it done because their first-round pick this year sucks. It's number 29 because they own the Niners pick. So if you're the Jets, get it done. I don't know how else I could say it. I don't think I could live with myself if they allow Tyreek Hill to go to the Miami Dolphins. Make the compensation work. You'll pay him a lot of money. We saw Devontae Adams go for a late 1 and a 2. I think if you offer number 10 and a third, that might get it done. I don't even know if you necessarily have to offer number 35 or number 38 because the reality is number 10 is so much more valuable than any pick that's been traded so far this offseason, right? You look at the Devontae Adams deal. That was the 22nd pick in the draft. Number 10, if you look at Jimmy Johnson's draft value chart, is so much more valuable than number 22, and certainly so much more valuable than number 29, which is what Miami owns. So if you're the Jets, you have to make this move. You got to prevent them from going to Miami, and you got to get Zach Wilson, a true number one. Players like this do not become available. And if you're the Jets, you solve your number one wide receiver need. This is a move you make to try and drastically improve, to give Zach Wilson a chance to take the next step in year two. Let's be real, Jet fans. None of it matters if Zach Wilson's a bust. None of it matters. If you want Zach Wilson to be the guy to have a fair shot, you make this move for Tyreek Hill when he becomes available. This guy is a baller. He is the fastest player in the NFL. He's going to drastically change how teams have to now game plan for the Jets. He's going to drastically change the outlook of your offense. You put him, Elijah Moore, Berrios, Davis, two tight ends, and Conklin and Uzama. You're talking about an offense that if Zach Wilson can take that next step, like I think he will, being a former number 2 overall pick, you're talking about an offense that is drastically better by making one move. Yes, it would stink to trade a first-round pick, but guess what? It's worth it for Tyreek Hill. You're not finding a better player at number 10 than Tyreek Hill. He is a sure thing. Anyone you draft, there's an adjustment, and he is not a sure thing. And the last thing the Jets need is for this guy to go to Miami and be with Jalen Waddle and for the Dolphins to be a better team than they were a year ago, where with Tua as their quarterback, to Brian Flores' credit, they still somehow won 9 football games a year ago. But you look at Tyreek Hill's career, I mean, my God, 2020, 87 catches, 1,276 yards, 15 touchdowns. 2019, played 12 games that year. 58 catches, 860 yards, 7 touchdowns. 2018, played all 16 games, 1,479 yards, 12 touchdowns. This guy is a beast. He has shown no signs of slowing down. He will be playing in his age 28 season. This is a guy that you need to get. Now, what could stop the Jets here is important to note. The Dolphins got 2 first-round picks next year. So if they include number 29, would they include their first next year? Now, that first is not going to be as valuable. Say the Jets put number 10 on the table here, and then they're willing to part with one of their second-round picks. If it takes 10 and 35 to get Tyreek Hill, I want to be on the record, Jet fans, I would do it. I would do it. I need to know what Zach Wilson is. I need to help this kid take the next step. And this is the type of move you make when you're a GM and Joe Douglas going on year 4 on the job and your third full offseason. The Jets have won 6 games the last 2 years. It is time to turn the franchise around. This is a move that would symbolize you're serious about trying to win. You're serious about trying to improve. And if it comes down to Hill picking the Jets over the Dolphins, that's a great look for Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh. It's a great look for where this franchise is headed and the type of players they want to be a part of it going forward. Tyreek Hill is a stud. If you have not watched Tyreek Hill, I don't know what planet you've been living on, because he's one of the best players in the NFL. This guy is the ultimate playmaker. All right. He is everything that this team needs, a guy that can take the top off the defense and open up everything for your young quarterback. I don't even think there's a debate here. If you could get Tyreek Hill, you do it. No one's saying you trade Elijah Moore or you trade the 4th overall pick, but if it takes number 10 and a second-round pick to beat Miami's offer of probably their 29th overall pick this year and one of their ones next year, I think you do it. I think you do it. I would not include Elijah Moore. I would not include the 4th overall pick. Everything else, I think, is fair game. Everything else, I think, is fair game for the Jets at this point. But I mean, I cannot emphasize this enough. This is the type of player that you want to pick. This is the type of player that you want to add. It's going to be crushing if he goes to the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be crushing. Adam Schefter 5 minutes ago. Jets and Dolphins both now have trades in place for soon-to-be former Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill. The question now is where Hill wants to become the highest paid wide receiver in history once he decides the trade is expected to happen. For now, Hill is said to be torn. If he picks the Dolphins over the Jets, I think it's a mistake by Tyreek Hill. Tua Tagovailoa does not have a good arm. You know, I saw Michael Nania had some of these stats that came out already about, you know, Tua's arm strength. I mean, I think you pick the Jets. I think Zach Wilson in year 2 has a chance to be way better than what Tua is about to be in year 3. I'm biased. I'm a Jet fan. No doubt about that. But I don't even think this is close. If I'm Tyreek Hill and both deals are set to be in place and he's choosing, I'd pick the Jets. Yeah, Miami may be a better city to party in and whatnot, but you can do that in the offseason. If you actually want to continue to be one of the better players in the league, play in LaFleur's offense, play for Robert Saleh, the appeal has to be the Jets. Has to be. So that's where we stand right now, folks. Jets and Dolphins in serious trade talks for Tyreek Hill. And Adam Schefter is reporting that the deals are in place and that Tyreek Hill is torn with his decision. Connor Hughes just tweeted moments ago, those inside the Jets building have not given up hope on Tyreek Hill or been led to believe they are out. They 100% feel they have a chance. Sources said they're waiting, like everyone else, on what Hill decides. Trade goes through once he makes up his mind. I think the Jets have the better offer. I think the Jets have the offer to get him. It just comes down to what Tyreek Hill wants because they obviously have to make an extension. Both teams do. You're not trading for Tyreek Hill unless you get an extension. But, I mean, let's see. I don't think the Jets would have to give up 2 first-round picks here. I think it would be number 10 and probably a 2, and that would get it done because of the demand of Hill. And obviously, the fact of the matter is number 10 is so infinitely more valuable than anything Miami can give you this year. All right, with that being said, let's open it up. Comments, questions here, super chats. You will, of course, cut the line, so start submitting those. Jet fans, do you want Tyreek Hill? If you don't want Tyreek Hill, please explain yourself because that would make no sense. Let's talk about BUSR real quick because the madness is back tomorrow night. And if you're looking for a reliable sports book to start betting with, check out BUSR. They are my official sports book. They have everything from a sports book, horse racing book, online casino. You're going to want to sign up right now, busr.com/Asman. And if you bet on any game in the NCAA tournament, you're going to turn $1 potentially into $10,000. All you have to do is sign up, bet on any game in the Sweet 16, and you're automatically entered to win. Even if you already have an account and you haven't yet bet on March Madness, do it with BUSR, and you're automatically entered into the contest. BUSR is reliable. BUSR has great customer service. They got great live lines. They got great future bets. Hell, maybe you could bet on if you think Tyreek Hill is going to be a Jet or not. Check it out, busr.com/Asman. That's busr.com/Asman. Let's see what you guys are thinking. I'm all in on the Tyreek Hill train. Get her done, Joe Douglas. Get her done. Timothy says, the Dolphins being in on this seems a little suspect. They don't have the resources the Jets do. Is this just a divisional rival hiking up the price? No, this is Miami being in on them because they have the 2 first-round picks next year to deal from. So they could trade number 29 this year, and they could trade their 1 next year and get it done. I think the Jets package of 10, though, and 35 is greater than 29 and whatever the 1 is next year. The Chiefs, who are trying to still win, right? They're in the hardest division in the sport. If they're trying to still win, they're going to go out there and they're going to try and get the picks, I would think, this year to use to help their team. Like if I'm Andy Reid and Brent Veach in Kansas City, I think you'd prefer the Jet offer because you get number 10 this year and you probably get another second-round pick that you could use this year to help you win. Ari says, hey, Jakes, you told many times the Jets could get DK then afford paying him. That's not what I said at all, Ari. I said the Jets are not going to get DK because Seattle's not going to make a trade with them. Tyreek Hill's available. Get him. DK Metcalf is not available. So don't confuse my words. That's not what I said. DK Metcalf is very different than Tyreek Hill. DK's not available. Tyreek is. And if DK is available, I don't think Seattle's trading him to the Jets because of what happened with the Jamal Adams trade. Let me make that very clear. Let's see. Super chat here from VR. This could change the landscape of the franchise. This is the type of player in Cheetah. Let go. He changes everything. He changes everything for the offense. Everything. Everyone's slotted where they should be. Hill's your 1. Elijah Moore's your 2. Corey Davis is your 3. Braxton Berrios is your 4. Injuries happen. You now have depth at that position. You got 2 tight ends. You got Michael Carter. You could draft a running back in the mid-rounds. It will all come down to Zach Wilson, as it always does with a quarterback, but you're helping him take that step. You helped Josh Allen in Buffalo by giving him Stephon Diggs. You helped Kyler Murray in Arizona by giving him DeAndre Hopkins. Why wouldn't you want to bring in Hill when Wilson's on a rookie contract to go out there and help your young quarterback? I mean, Hill, Moore, Davis, that's such a good top 3, man. I think Elijah Moore is capable of being a 1,000-yard wide receiver. Hill already is. The Jets haven't had a 1,000-yard wide receiver in over 5 years, since 2015. It is time. KJ says, how would this affect our rebuild long term? Let me tell you something, KJ. The rebuild is well underway. You prorate it by adding Tyreek Hill. You're not going to necessarily be a Super Bowl team next year, but who thought the Bengals were going to be a Super Bowl team? The point is, you have to try and win next year. It's not acceptable to just say, well, the AFC is really good. The Jets are going to go 4-13 again next year. It's nonsense, man. It's the NFL. You play the teams on your schedule. You never know what happens with injuries and suspensions. Mike White beat the AFC champs last year, and the Jets also got railroaded by Taysom Hill and the Saints. All right, so you just never know. The Jets beat two teams on their schedule they were better than in Jacksonville and Houston. They obviously had 2 wins they weren't expected to get. That's 4 wins right there. Can you win a couple division games? All of a sudden, you're a 7-win team. If you beat the teams you're supposed to beat playing a last place schedule, and you go out there and have a couple surprise wins, all of a sudden you're from a 4-win team to a 7-win team, and you're better than that if Zach Wilson takes the next step. Get him Tyreek Hill to allow him to take the next step. The reality is, I think the Jets are in on this. By all reporting that's out there, they are in on this. The problem is, what does Tyreek Hill want to do? Would he prefer to play in New York, or would he prefer to play in Miami? I think if he looks at Zach Wilson versus Tua, I think he'd value Zach over Tua, but I don't know what Tyreek's thinking. Maybe it's just about lifestyle and being in the city, and he'll choose Miami for that reason. But I would hope Saleh could sell him. I would hope Robert Saleh could get Tyreek Hill over Zoom or on the phone and really sell him on his plan, because I think Robert Saleh is a very likable guy, and I feel like he'd be excellent at recruiting a player of Tyreek Hill. Steven says, disaster waiting to happen. He'll come here and get injured. So let's continue to suck, Steven. Let's do nothing and put Zach Wilson in a position to lose, because anything the Jets do is going to be wrong, right? I'm sure they were saying the same thing in Cincinnati. Let's do nothing because we might have Tyreek Hill get hurt when he's never really been hurt in his NFL career. He played 16 games last year. Year before, he played 15. Year before that, he played 12. Year before that, he played 16. All right, the lowest amount of games this guy has ever missed in a full NFL season was 12. So what are we doing here, man? Let's not just assume the worst because, it's the Jets. Let's try and win. All right, let's try and win games. You have 4 picks in the top 40. If you want to build through the draft, you're still able to do that. You know what the Jets could do, Steven? They could trade out of number 4 and recoup some of the picks. If you're a smart team, you build through the draft, you build through free agency, and you make smart trades when elite talent becomes available. That's what the Bills did with Stephon Diggs. That's what the Cardinals did with DeAndre Hopkins. You have to add playmakers. Tyreek Hill is that player. If the Jets are serious about actually winning games this year, this is the type of move that you would want to make. Michael checks in here with a super chat. The most important thing is what this means for Zach. Josh Allen broke out year 3 once they got him Diggs. Same for Zach's progression. Kyler Murray broke out year 2 when they got him DeAndre Hopkins. If you're trying to win football games, Tyreek Hill helps you do it. And when you could afford to pay Tyreek Hill a lot of money when you are not, I repeat, not paying Zach Wilson any money. If you're trying to win, Tyreek Hill helps you win. I don't know how there's any Jet fan that doesn't want this. The loser mentality from some is baffling in this fan base. Enough. I'm tired of being the butt of every joke. All right. I'm tired of having to be embarrassed when I'm like, I'm a Jets fan. You're a Jets fan? Let's actually win games. The Bengals changed their perception in one season. Win football games. That's the goal. Not build through the draft. Not, we got extra picks in 2023. That's BS, and I'm tired of it. The Jets rightfully are in this, and I can't blame them if they miss out on Hill now, because it seems like they're in. They made their offer. It's been agreed to by the Chiefs. It comes down to Hill. I think if Hill wants the better situation, I think it's the Jets. I really do. Ablab checks in with a super chat. Jake, would you get rid of 4 and 10 for Hill, or 10 this year, a third this year, and a first next year? Ablab, thanks for the super chat. I don't think it'd be that. You got to understand something. The Jets are offering the 10th overall pick. That is more valuable than what Miami's putting on the table with the 29th overall pick by a lot. Go look at Jimmy Johnson's draft chart and see how much more valuable 10 is compared to number 29. And the Jets probably will throw in one of their seconds this year to get it done. If they do 10 and 35, I think that gets it done. Devontae Adams went for 22 overall and went for a second-round pick. Tyreek Hill is great. I think Devontae Adams is better. I mean, it's a move you got to make if you're the Jets. It's time. It's time to try and actually win games. Rabbi Saul Fishman checks in. Thank you, Rabbi. Shalom, Jacob. Be a mention. Answer me this. Would Tyreek Hill be able to outrun Zach Wilson's arm? Great show, Bubba L'Chaim. Rabbi, thank you. Yeah, I think Tyreek Hill could outrun Zach Wilson's arm. That's why, by the way, on a serious note, Rabbi, he should pick the Jets because I think Zach Wilson's arm strength fits perfectly to what Tyreek Hill does. If you watch Zach Wilson's BYU tape, and the BYU fans in here know exactly what I'm talking about, that's what Zach Wilson does at an elite level. He's got as good of an arm as any of these quarterbacks in the NFL. It's right up there with Allen and Mahomes and Herbert. Zach's got a cannon, man. He's got an elite arm. Get him Tyreek Hill. It just opens up every, you know how much space on an offense Tyreek Hill creates against the defense? You add Uzama and Conklin over the middle, Hill on the outside. Moore can play inside and outside. Oh, my God. Berrios on key third downs. Corey Davis. Oh, man, this would be like, it feels too good to be true. It really does. I'm ready to get hurt because I feel like that's where this usually goes. But I don't know how any Jet fan would not want this. Siegel North checks in. Hill and Elijah together would unlock Zach's potential. This is the scenario to spend money. This is why you have draft picks and cap space. If the Jets turned the Jamal Adams trade into Elijah Vera-Tucker and potentially Tyreek Hill, who's not on board with that? That's really what the 10th pick represents. The 10th pick represents Jamal Adams. Would you rather have Jamal Adams or Tyreek Hill? The answer is obvious. The answer is obvious. Let's see. Super chat here from Nubian. It is time for the Jets to be good and go get Hill. It is time for this team to stop sucking. It is time for this team to try and win. No one's saying they're a playoff team next year if they add Tyreek Hill, but no one thought the Bengals were going to be as good as they were this past year. And I'm not saying the Jets are going to go to the Super Bowl next year, but the point is you got to try and win, man. If Zach Wilson takes the next step, you got a shot. You got a shot. Your division is not that great. You have Buffalo and some question marks with Miami, some question marks with New England. But the biggest kick in the nuts is going to be if he goes to Miami instead. And you give them Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Come on, man. It's about winning football games. That's why you got to make this move if you're Joe Douglas. And honestly, I feel like I'm just arguing with some minority Jet fans at this point because the reality is the deals have been agreed upon. We don't know what they are just yet, but the deals have been agreed upon, according to Adam Schefter. This simply comes down to what does Tyreek Hill want to do? Does he want to be in Miami or does he want to be in New York? That's what it comes down to because the compensation's been set. The Jets have made the deal. It's now on Tyreek Hill whether or not he's going to choose the Jets because then they're going to work out a long-term extension with him, as they should. Oh, man. Let's see. Any super chats I missed? All right, let's get to some comments, questions here. Gary says right now the Jets are fighting against the state income tax. Yeah, that's a factor. No doubt, Gary. That plays a part. But, you know, if the Jets pay them enough money, I think you can work around that. Roberto says, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's the Jet fan way. It's just going to be the ultimate kick in the groin if he chooses Miami, though. It's going to be very frustrating. I respect the Jets for being in on this. It's nice to know that Joe Douglas is willing to make a bold move. It comes down to what Hill wants because it'd be organizational malpractice to trade for this guy if he's not first obviously signed. That goes without saying. According to Connor Hughes, the Hill trade is expected to happen this afternoon. The way this usually goes, folks, when we say this afternoon, I wouldn't be surprised 10 minutes from now if it happens. These things happen quick. Reporters usually get the information last after the teams involved already know. So just be kind of taking you on the inside here. If this Tyreek Hill trade happens in the next hour, I would not be surprised. But let's go. Let's go. JJ says it'd be like trading Darnold and Adams for Hill. A trade every Jet fan would make. I mean, come on. Jason says, wasn't sure about this one. Jake, you sold me. Go get Cheetah. Thank you, Jason. Is that you and Aaron Judge, it looks like? He might be a little taller than you based on that photo. Just a bit. Appreciate your support, Jason. Look, if you're trying to win, you get Tyreek Hill. It's really not that complicated. If you're trying to win, you bring in Tyreek Hill. The Jets have made their offer. It's now on Tyreek Hill. If they can't get Hill, they should call every team that may or may not have a number one wide receiver and just see if anyone's available. If Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill could get traded in the same offseason, call up everyone. And before you guys run and say DK Metcalf, I'd love to be wrong. I don't think he's available, and I don't think the Jets could get him if he were available. So with that being said, anyone else, call him up and see if you can get him. Because if, once again, Devontae Adams could be traded in an offseason, so could Tyreek Hill, then anyone maybe could be traded in an offseason. Let's see. Someone says, but 2 firsts, though. It might not be 2 firsts for the Jets. They have the 10th overall pick. Miami has to trade 2 first-round picks because their 29th overall pick is not that valuable. Let's see. We have more info here. Once again, Hill trade expected to be done by the afternoon today. It's coming. This is going to happen quick. It is time to make a move. Connor Hughes says the Jets just aren't willing to pay draft picks to get Hill. They're willing to pay him a lot. The reason Joe Douglas is open as well is because he knows Hill will open the offense for Zach Wilson. They've let him know that. Now the waiting game. I've said this. I mean, literally, that's exactly my point on why I bring him. You know how much space he's going to create for Zach Wilson in year 2? This is how you try and take the next step, by adding a player like this to help your young quarterback who's not making a lot of money. KJ says, are any of the rookies coming out have a higher floor than Hill like Burks? No, you're not finding a better player than Tyreek Hill in the draft. Tyreek Hill's one of one in the NFL. He's one of the best players in the league. He's only 28 years old. You add Tyreek Hill to this offense, and Zach Wilson is guaranteed to be a lot better in year 2. And if he's better on his own, on top of the help, you got yourself a franchise quarterback. And that's what this team needs, man. I don't know how there are some who are against this. You have 4 picks in the top 40. This is why you have these picks, to use them. You have salary cap space. This is why you use salary cap to bring in great players. The biggest complaint I heard from Jet fans about Sam Darnold is he had no weapons. The biggest complaint I heard about, Zach Wilson last year is that he didn't have enough players around him. Now there's a chance to get Tyreek Hill, and we're not going to do it? Of course the Jets are going to do it. It's a matter of if he's going to choose them, and we're down to 2 teams. Nuzio says maybe we'll sweeten the pot with Mims. They won't be able to resist. Yeah, give him Denzel Mims on the trade. That ought to get him. So, look, the deal's been agreed upon. I don't know what it is yet. I'm just like everyone else here, checking Twitter, waiting to see the terms of the compensation. But I mean, my God, the reality is, it is time for the Jets to try and win. They're trying to win by making this deal. The deals are in place. My guess is it's number 10 and it's number 35. And I think that will get it done. Also, these things, by the way, tend to be less than what originally gets reported, right? Like Devontae Adams went for number 22nd overall and a second rounder. I think Tyreek Hill gets done if it's a 10 and 35, 10 and 38. I kind of hope it's the 38th pick. 1, because that'd be better for the Jets to keep 35. But 2, how awesome would it be to say you traded Jamal Adams and Sam Darnold for Elijah Vera-Tucker and Tyreek Hill? Talk about good GMing. Richard says, was this Douglas's plan the whole time? Douglas's plan was to have great flexibility if something like this came available for the Jets to make a move. That is what his plan was. They were in on Calvin Ridley till the suspension happened. I got that from multiple people. They obviously checked in on some of these other receivers, but like, as much as I wanted Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill's way better than Amari Cooper. So like, they're obviously in on making this type of move. Now it just comes down to, will they go out there and be able to convince Tyreek Hill to choose the Jets over Miami? T. Pisani says, time to acquire talent. No excuses. It is time to win football games. V-Man says, in JD we trust. Think trade happens today? I think the trade could happen within the next 30 minutes. I really do. These things move quick. Deshaun Watson was expected to take the weekend last Friday. Then all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, he got dealt to Cleveland. I lived through that the last year here in Houston. So trust me, these things happen quick. I think Hill's going to make a decision within the next hour or so. And if he doesn't, I'd be surprised. This is happening today. When it does happen, I want to make this clear to those watching live right now or after the fact. Regardless of what Tyreek Hill does, I will have another live stream tonight when I get off work reacting to whatever happens here. So I'm probably not going to be able to do another video if it breaks between, 4 and we're off early today on the radio in Houston. So maybe like 4 and 7 Eastern. I'm probably not going to be able to go live right away. But after that, I'll come on tonight and we'll break it down. V-Man says, Tyreek should avoid Florida because of Florida man. That's enough reasons to avoid that awful state. Look, Florida's a great state. I got nothing against Florida. I just think the football situation is better for him with Zach Wilson and Mike LaFleur than it is with him in Miami with Tua. Derek says, Jake, let's effing do this. Hell yeah. Jets Forever says double teams. Hill forces triple teams. He opens up everything, man. He opens up everything. You know how many easy completions Patrick Mahomes gets to other guys not named Hill because Hill takes so much attention from other defensive players. Like Mahomes is amazing. He's great. All right. But Mahomes is also, at a level that we have not seen a young quarterback be through his first, 3-4 years starting in the league because he's throwing to Hill and Kelsey. And he has obviously, Watkins, and he had Pringle, and he had all these dudes. And it's like, help Zach Wilson, man. The Bengals had the shittiest offensive line I've ever seen from a team that went to the Super Bowl. But they had Uzama. They had Mixon. They had, obviously, Boyd. They had, obviously, the kid from Clemson, whose name is now escaping me, Higgins. And then, obviously, they had Jamar Chase. You give Zach Wilson Hill, Moore, Davis, Berrios, Conklin, and Uzama with Michael Carter. That's a damn good offense with an offensive line that has hopefully a healthy Becton, George Fant, Elijah Vera-Tucker, Laken Tomlinson. Merry Christmas, Jet fans. This is what we wanted. Get it done. I hope they get it done. They're trying to get it done. You just don't know. You don't know what Hill's going to do. Anthony says Hill is just 10. Don't think you need to add in 35 or 38. I could see one of these like Cockaminian draft scenarios, Anthony, where the Jets trade 10 and let's say 38 and they get back a fourth or something from Kansas City. You always see these weird trades where, like, even in the Deshaun Watson deal, the Texans gave Cleveland a 6-rounder back in the deal. Let's see. Mr. Downtown says, which is the bigger factor for Hill, Florida/New York income tax or the young QB? I don't know what Hill's priorities are. I would hope it's playing with Zach Wilson. I mean, the Jets are going to make him the highest paid receiver in the NFL. So, he's made plenty of money in his career as well. I would hope for him it's playing in New York and playing for Robert Saleh. Roberto says, just another reminder, the NFL is king. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Evan says trade 4 and 10 now. Not necessary. Jeremy says, you make me hopeful this is a good trade. Hashtag trust JD. How is this not a good trade? Seriously, if you're against this, are you against winning? Are you against trying to help your quarterback? Zach Wilson doesn't make any money. He's on a rookie contract. This is when you do this. Justin Herbert has not one but 2 stud receivers. All right. Patrick Mahomes, we just went through his list. Josh Allen, we just went through his list. Joe Burrow, we just went through his list. Russell Wilson went to Denver. Why? Look at the playmakers they have. You win with playmakers in today's NFL. Tyreek Hill is the playmaker. What he does, you can't draft at 10. All right? All you Jet fans that want to build through the draft, I do too. But when an elite talent becomes available, you have to be able to adjust. When Stephon Diggs became available, Buffalo traded their first-round pick to get him. When DeAndre Hopkins became available because of the ineptitude of Bill O'Brien, Arizona traded the corpse of David Johnson and a second-round pick to get him. That won't happen here, but you know what? It's the same premise. Help your young quarterback. I mean, come on, man. As Robert Saleh said at draft night last year, come on, man. I'm banging the table. Let's go. There's no rationale for why anyone would be against this. If he chooses Miami, we're going to have to live with it. I'm going to be pissed off. You're going to be pissed off. We'll deal with it. But there is zero rationale, zero, for anyone that's not on board with this move. You have to take a swing here. You have to try. Justin checks in with a super chat. Reports say Chiefs offered him a contract to make him the highest paid, and he turned it down. So it's not about the money. While I want him to be a Jet more than anything, why would he leave that situation for the Jets and Miami? It's a fair question. I noted, that Rich Cimini had this tweet that the Chiefs prefer extensions with younger players. Their only exception is Kelsey. I don't know. I don't know all the details here. All I know is these things happen. Why did Devontae Adams want to leave Aaron Rodgers? Do we actually know? Oh, he's buddies with Derek Carr. Is that the only reason? I don't know. The reality is he's available. Get him. Why did Stephon Diggs want to leave Minnesota? Do we know? Why did Bill O'Brien want to jettison DeAndre Hopkins? Do we really know? Oh, he didn't practice hard? I mean, come on, man. Great players become available. You got to be willing to make the move. Momo says, what's up, Jake? Just tuning in. Well, you missed a lot, Momo. You missed a lot. Appreciate all 600 of you watching. Maybe some of you are watching me for the first time. My name is Jake Asman. I host a daily YouTube show where I talk about the Jets, the NFL, and much more. Hit the subscribe button on the right-hand side of your screen if you like the content. And, of course, smash the like button down below to help support the show. Let's do the jersey giveaway right now for those who are maybe new to the show. Hopefully the Jets don't trade this guy. I don't think they will, but I'm giving away a black size large Elijah Moore jersey. To be entered, you have to follow me on my Twitter account and Instagram. It's just at Jake Asman, A-S-M-A-N. Follow me there, and I'll add your name to the list. We're now over 650 names on this list. Winner will be announced at the end of the month, giving away an Elijah Moore jersey. How old is Hill? Hill is 28 years old. All right? Hill is 28 years old. He turned 28 on March 1st. He ain't that old. He's got plenty left in the tank. Anyone who's watched Tyreek Hill knows the type of talent that he is. Is he injury prone? He is not injury prone. The most amount of games are, oh no, did he just pick the Dolphins? Did he just pick the Dolphins? Why did someone just text me my condolences? Oh, did he pick the Dolphins? He picked the Dolphins. Shit. That is brutal. That is brutal. Oh, come on, man. Come on. The dream is dead. The dream is dead. Here's the compensation. 5 draft picks. First round pick, number 29 overall. Second round pick, number 50. Fourth round pick, as well as a 4th and a 6th round pick in 2023. Oh, my God. Oh. That is, I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Holy crap. That just sucks. Oh, wow. The pain. The pain. That is, I mean, I got nothing to say right now. I just, they tried. They tried. That is brutal. They gave up a lot to get him. I would have done this, though. I think number 10 would have got it done with a 3rd round pick. Looking at this, that's how much more valuable number 10 would have been. But he chose Miami. He chose Miami. Oh my God. The pain. The pain. They were close. Looks like we're back to drafting a receiver at 10, folks. Welcome to the Jets, Garrett Wilson or Drake London. Oh my God. So it's a lot, but the Dolphins just got a top 5 wide receiver, and some of you are trying to spin it as if, oh, well, it's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. This was the guy to get. He would have fit the offense perfectly. Now let's hope he gets suspended and does something stupid. John writes in pain. I'm with you, John. I'm with you. I'm with you. I do want to acknowledge this super chat that came in right as the deal got done. By the way, I told you this was going to be done within the next 30 minutes. Did I not say that for those who were watching? When I said, like, oh, sometime this afternoon, I go, the way these things usually go, the media hears about it last. The decision had already been made. He was going to Miami. I'm sorry. I wish I got more to say. This is just pain. Super chat here from Mike. Mike says, just got in here, but Hill compliments Wilson's number 1 strength so well. Arm strength. That's what I was about to write before the news dropped. He would have been perfect for Zach Wilson. He chose the worst football situation. I'm sorry, man. Tua can't even reach Tyreek Hill. Yes, I'm bitter, obviously, but, like, my God. Brandon says we're screwed. Well, now they got to get it right in the draft. The Jets are betting on getting it right in the draft. This hurts, though, because not only does he not choose you, but he goes to a division rival. Oh, you can't, but honestly, you can't blame the Jets for this one. I'm going to defend Joe Douglas here. You can't force Tyreek Hill to play for you, right? He chose the team that gives him more money because of this lack of state income tax. Can we blame de Blasio for this, New Yorkers? I know he's no longer in office, but can we somehow blame Bill de Blasio for this one? Oh, man. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. Bang Mateo says it's a blessing in disguise. This is not Madden football. Our OC and quarterback would not know what to do with such a weapon. Bang, that's just a ridiculous comment, man. I appreciate the super chat, but like, did you not watch Mike LaFleur last year with not a lot around him go out there and play great football? I mean, and be creative. That's just not true. And Zach's not at the 50-50 bust stage. We have no idea what he is. We have no, if anyone's at the 50-50 bust stage, it's Tua, who's going into his third year and has played now 3 seasons in the NFL, or he's played 2 seasons in the NFL, has been hurt in both of his years, and has not been great. So please, I disagree with that comment. All right. That is brutal. I'm going to do another video right now. I want to make sure that those tuning in don't remind me the Dolphins just got Hill because I'm aware. I'm going to end this. We're going to do a new video. We're going to react to what comes next. So be on the lookout for another video in about 10 minutes. Sorry, Jet fans. They tried. But Tyreek Hill is going to the Miami Dolphins. We will talk more about this in about 10 minutes. We're coming right back here on YouTube.